Our crypto wallet has been becoming big, fat, and juicy. 57% profit, 44% profit, 47% profit. We've been able to make money weekly in my crypto inner circle. And the reason why is because of this. Because the crypto market has been moving down as a whole and we've been able to take short position. And I actually think that the crypto market is about to go even lower. Now, I'm going to explain to you guys exactly what I see so that if you're someone who's looking to short to make money in the short term, you can implement this so you can get big, fat, juicy crypto gains as well. All right, you guys, we saw Mama Bitcoin start to move within this downwards direction. We expected that. I talked about it in my previous video. And then it ran up toward the upside. That is what we wanted to happen, textbook play. But then typically we expect prices to break towards the downside direction. And when prices ended up not moving towards the downside direction, it actually did this little bit of consolidation. And then it moved back towards the upside. It kind of threw things a little bit off. And the reason why, because of this area that was created right here, Bitcoin created some type of macro support, meaning it's changed the way the structure typically moves. So now with prices starting to move back towards the downside, we can see that this area is actually a support. So if Bitcoin does get rejected and come back down here, we can see some type of consolidation. Now, that's a good thing and a bad thing. The reason why it could potentially be a good thing is because whenever crypto consolidates, it means it's getting ready to do a massive move. That massive move can either be an upwards direction or that massive move could be a crash towards the downside. And if prices actually ends up crashing towards the downside, then we could potentially see it come all the way down to a $63,000 BTC or even a $62,000 range BTC. And if that happens, I will not be worried at all because I'm playing two games right now. I'm playing the long money game, which is I'm accumulating these key crypto projects as they continue to drop lower and lower and lower, because I know that this downtrend movement is not sustainable forever. Sooner or later, we're going to see prices run back toward the upside. The same way we saw Bitcoin do this massive crash where it hit this $60,000 price range. And after it hit that $60,000 price range, we saw it do a massive reversal toward the upside, hit towards that $72,000 price range. But not only that, we know that this bearish movement is going to come to an end sooner or later, and we're going to return in the bull market where prices continue to move higher and higher. But I'm not just buying the dip randomly. I'm buying the dip very strategically, and I'm also trading, which I call the short money, to constantly be able to make money now as the crypto market gives us these great shorting opportunities to make money in the short term. But then the inverse of that can happen where prices actually starts to move towards the downside, consolidates here for a while, and then boom, has an explosion toward the upside. Or even potentially consolidates, drop down here, consolidates a little bit more, and then boom, has that big explosion towards the upside. So you might be thinking, well, Naicke, Kalala, which one is it going to be? Naicke, Kalala, or prices going to move up or prices going to move down? And my answer is this: it doesn't matter what prices does. If prices continue to move towards the downside, then we're going to take short positions to continue to make profit in the short term to ride the downside wave. If prices are showing us that they're going to move toward the upside, then we're going to accumulate during these massive crashes so that when prices do pump, then we will be in the profits. And the reason why I think it's such a 50-50 chance right now is because of this: the war that's currently happening between US, Israel, and Iran. We know investors don't like uncertainty, causes people to step away from the market, and that typically causes prices to move in the downward direction. And then if you combine that with the fact that Bitcoin is also in the bear market, where prices has just been moving in the downward direction as a whole, it doesn't really help. That's why we've been able to maximize this by taking short positions to make profit in the short term and also accumulating key crypto projects like when BTC hit that 60K. I mentioned to everyone in the inner circle, hey, with Bitcoin at that 63K down, even lower, I'm looking to buy for the mid to long term. Today at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Donald Trump said it is going down. Let's actually play the clip that we have here so you guys can listen to it for yourself.
We have news developing out of Washington. Megan Casella joins us now with the very latest. What do we know?
Scott, the Pakistani Prime Minister has posted on social media calling on President Trump to delay his deadline from tonight for an additional 2 weeks while calling for a 2-week ceasefire, he says, to allow diplomatic negotiations to continue. So in this post, the Pakistani Prime Minister says diplomatic efforts for peaceful settlement of the ongoing war in the Middle East are progressing steadily, strongly, and powerfully, with the potential to lead to substantive results in the near future. He goes on to earnestly request, he says, President Trump to extend his deadline for 2 weeks. He says Pakistan, in all sincerity, is requesting Iran to reopen the Strait of Hormuz for a corresponding period of 2 weeks, he says, as a goodwill gesture. And then finally, he urges all warring parties to observe a ceasefire everywhere for 2 weeks to allow diplomacy to achieve conclusive termination of war in the interest of long-term peace and stability in the region. Scott, no immediate response from the White House on that. That was just posted a few minutes ago. I just reached out to them to see if they have any response. We'll have to see if this moves the needle for either side.
As of right now, we haven't had a message come from the White House stating if there was going to be a ceasefire or what Donald Trump has said was going to happen today, April 7th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, will be put on hold. The reason why I say that is because if there is any type of message, anything that comes from the White House saying, yes, there is a ceasefire between America and Iran, I expect that the crypto market is going to have some type of massive, big, juicy pump towards upside. But the challenge is, even with crypto moving back up towards the upside, this pattern overall is a very bearish pattern, meaning prices typically just moves towards moving in the downside direction as a whole. But the part that I find very interesting is when Donald Trump originally made his message about Iran's whole civilization, we didn't see the crypto market take a massive tank towards the downside because the crypto market is very reactive. If we just think something negative is going to happen in the crypto market, we see prices tank aggressively. If we think something positive is going to happen, then we see the crypto market start to pump significantly. So how in the world do you take advantage of this where you don't know crypto is going to pump? You don't know if prices are going to go up. So let's talk about the long game, which is a lot easier than the short game, which is accumulating key crypto projects for the long term. And I want to make this very clear because I feel like a lot of people mess this up. When it comes to accumulating crypto for the mid to long term, I know there's cryptos that a lot of people like Liquid. Oh, Liquid's a new crypto. It came out this bull run. It hasn't been around for more than one bull run. There's crypto project that I really like too, such as Sui. We originally bought Sui when it was 70 cents. It ran all the way up to close to $5. We made amazing profit from this in my inner circle. But when it comes to high levels of uncertainty in the market, I'm actually not looking to accumulate more Sui. I'm not looking to accumulate more hype. And the reason why is because they are newer crypto projects. I'm not saying not to buy those. I am looking to buy those, but I'm willing to give up the crumbs to get the buffet. So what I mean by that is because newer crypto projects have such a high fail rate, I am okay letting some of those new crypto projects do some type of pump towards the upside till I get confirmation, yes, it's hit that key levels that's telling me if we get above this, we're going to continue to run up significantly more instead of just buying it. And then we get some insane negative news, more geopolitical issues and concern happening that cause the market to go down significantly more. And what we have to realize is that newer crypto projects, our first goal when making money from them is make money from the retrace, not from it reaching all-time high. Because there's a lot of people that bought a lot of these cryptos saying, oh, I don't want to sell it until it reaches a new all-time high. I'm not going to sell my Chainlink until it reaches a new all-time high. I'm not going to sell my Cardano ADA until it reaches a new all-time high. And some of those older cryptos, and I love some of them, didn't reach a new all-time high. Even though you were already in the profit, you ended up missing out because you weren't going to take any profit until it hurt a certain level. But then we have our crypto project like our Ethereum, where we know Ethereum did a massive pump toward the upside. And when ETH did that massive pump towards the upside, do you know what happened? It ran up and it hit a brand new all-time high. This was the previous bull market up to high, and then it hit a new all-time high. I know it's not a significant move, but when we are accumulating, we are not going to buy at an all-time high. We are going to buy during those dips, and we will make money from it just retracing up instead of just having to wait for it to reach an all-time high. And the same happened with and I don't know why so much people sleep on BNB. BNB is one of those cryptos that actually does extremely well. BNB did the same thing. We saw BNB hit its all-time high. And then what happened? Up and away, an explosion towards the upside, getting over $1,300. And we saw the same thing happen with one of our favorite cryptos. You guys know I love my baby girl Solana. We saw Solana do a massive move toward the upside, hit $265, and then up and away. We saw Sol run all the way up to $295. And the reason why I say that is because we're looking at worst case scenario, meaning if you were to buy them at the worst time possible, are you still able to make money from these crypto projects? But we know with Sol, even if you invested $5,000 during this crash, you would have been close to $200,000 $1,000 in profit. So when I say don't chase the crumbs when there's a buffet, I mean give it some time for prices to possibly run up a little bit when it is a newer crypto project, when it's only been around for one cycle, like our hype, like our SUI. To get that confirmation, yes, it will continue to move toward the upside. But I truly believe if you're looking to make the most amount of money in crypto, it's not going to be made by buying crypto right now to take long position. For those of you who don't know what long position is buying a crypto and expecting prices to run up so that you can make money. And I think if you're taking those long positions, it has to be with a long-term perspective, knowing that the bear market is going to come to an end and crypto is going to run up to new all-time high. But if you're looking to make money in the short term, I significantly recommend learning to short. That's how we've been able to make these profits consistently again and again every single week in my inner circle because we've been shorting crypto. So if you're someone where you're sick of opening up your crypto wallet, your crypto portfolio, looking at your P&L and seeing negatives, seeing red, but yet you're on social media, you're on YouTube, you're on TikTok, and you're seeing all these people make profits again and again and again, then I highly recommend you take the time to learn how to short some of these cryptos so that you can make money with crypto moving towards the downwards direction. And if you want to learn from me, check the link in the bio where you can join our inner circle free for the next few days where we do our live stream where we discuss what crypto we're going to buy, why we're going to buy it, so that you also learn how to invest and how to trade and that you can understand how we're able to make profit during this time of high uncertainty and while most people are struggling to get crypto wins.